Hello and welcome to Dicejunkies. This is Dicejunkies Presents Holiday Gift Ideas for your geek or gamer. I'm Xeno and I'm here with Q, and let's get started on our top picks.
Now we are going to put a link to all of these items in the description, so you can check them out there.
Super Fight is a card game, playable, a special card game that's actually really fun because it lists a bunch of scenarios that you go through and basically decide who win a fight. And a good example is you've got a bunch of 8th graders who can breathe fire taking on a nun with nunchucks. And essentially it's all about putting together your fight scenario and then everybody arguing about who would win the fight, with the best arguer winning, or whoever's just the biggest guy in the end.
So I win.
I win. But it's a lot of fun game because it's got hilarious scenarios. It's a PG. I mean, none of the scenarios get out of hand, so it can be played
It's
in
as
company.
PG as you want it to be.
Okay, the cards don't take it there, but you can take it anywhere you want to go. The second game is a favorite of one of our friends of ours, and I've actually really enjoyed playing it. It's Exploding Kittens. Exploding Kittens is a very simple, straightforward concept, but the whole point of the game is that it has these very interesting cards, which are comedic in their content. And there's also a not safe for work version of this game that takes the comedy up to 11. Well, if that's your type of humor, and it's our type of humor.
Well, to me, the Not Safe for Work edition is the only edition.
Oh.
But
Well, they need to know that for the normal people, there's a clean version of Exploding Kittens. Well, as clean as Exploding Kittens can get. And then there's a not safe for work that takes it there. Now, this third one, you probably already know about. The main reasons on my list, though, is because if you don't know, you need to know. And that is Cards Against Humanity.
you're a horrible person.
You usually win, so you're the horrible person.
Well.
Cards Against Humanity is a card game that basically functions on you get a scenario, almost like Mad Libs, where you get a card that will have a scenario, and then each person has a deck, a handful of cards that have answers. These answers range from the mild to the cringe-inducing, and they only get better as you get more expansion packs. For extra fun, you can even have blank cards you can fill out to customize for your particular group of friends, and we've done that to horrible effect. I can guarantee you that if you own Cards Against Humanity, you'll most of the time meet people who know how to play, and if you don't, they'll get hooked as soon as they try it.
Oh, yeah.
This fourth one is one that we've both had a chance to play. Upper Deck Legendary, a Marvel deck building game. If you like Marvel and comics, this is a fun game. Now, deck building games are where you basically build yourself a set of deck, you score points, and you try to win. The fun part about Upper Deck Legendary is that it can be played cooperatively. While you can add up the score at the end to see who scored the most points, your general goal is to actually beat the game, with it having cards used to set up scenario and challenges. So you don't even have all of that, the conflict. If you're a group of friends, you have some people they don't like to play against other people, sissies. And well, here's the cooperative game where they can be a little team person and help you win, and then you can just be like, "We won," but in your head you add it up.
This game actually works really well for us because me and Q are very competitive when it comes to games. So doing something that actually has a cooperative stance causes us not to bare our teeth at each other.
It doesn't get other people punched for messing the game up.
Oh.
That's a story for another day. But it's a lot of fun, a lot of fan service, a lot of the cards. Oh, let me change that. Well, some of the cards get pretty good, but no, a lot of Easter eggs for people who know their Marvel. Each one of the cards has characters and abilities, and they sometimes reference those things you forget about. That you go, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they're pretty good about taking from the comics and even the movies
They have genres. They have Civil War, the comic version. They have based on the movie. It's actually a lot of fun. So I have to suggest that for comic book fans.
It was a blast. It was really
no way anybody that's a comic book fan would not love that game.
Yeah. First thing on my list is Volo's Guide to Monsters. Now, this is a D&D 5th ed book. We actually did a review on it. And in my opinion, is one of the best 5th ed D&D books put out yet. So if your gamer is into D&D, this is definitely worth it. Next on my list is another tabletop related gift. And that's just a pound of dice. They actually sell these by the pound. Chessex is pretty well known for their dice. And you can get a pound of dice for relatively cheap. Which everything on this list is pretty much under $50. So, Xeno's a cheapskate. Sorry, I am. But yeah, no, you can never have enough dice. I mean, hell, we're called Dice Junkies for a reason. I like my dice.
We both have a huge collection of dice put away.
I mean, I've actually bought a couple of these, and as many of them that I've lost on their couch, I think I may have lost the whole bag.
That alarms me, because if you bought a couple of those, and I know how many you have left, they're everywhere.
Oh, yeah, they are. They are. They're like Legos, just waiting to kill somebody's foot.
That's why I wear shoes whenever I visit.
But also, next item on my list is a dice tray. Now these, it's usually just a round or octagon shaped tray with felt on it. Makes it really easy to roll your dice. You don't have to worry about them going off the table. If you're in a situation where you're gaming and you're not at a table, it's easy to put in your lap and be able to roll without having to worry. I know when we game over at Q's house, we tend to sit on the couch and stuff, so it makes it really convenient having a dice tray to be able to roll in.
Yeah, I get tired of dice rolling under all my furniture.
Yeah. That's where my dice keep going.
And of course, whenever they pull it out under the furniture, it was a 20. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't count those, man.
I don't either, but we still have people that try in our group.
Yeah.
Now, this one, even Xeno has decided to add to his wish list. You see right here our wonderful dry erase panel. Well, one of the biggest flaws about pre-drawing your dungeon is that the players can see all of it, or you got to get weird with slapping paper everywhere, or you have to draw it as you go. These are actually dry erase 10-inch dungeon tiles instead of a pack of 9. They're actually section tiles, which you can connect. They're designed to be put together on the board. This allows you to actually draw an entire massive dungeon and then only present it as people go into locations. Very, very useful for preparing before a game. I actually love this product, and you might be seeing a review on it later, because I'm thinking by the time the holidays are over, I will own this.
Yeah, I'd never seen these before. Q had sent me his list over as we were preparing for the show, and I was actually looking through his list, and I saw this, and I was like, how have I not seen this before? That is awesome. So it is definitely on my list now.
Yeah, it's going into my collection. My next one is I actually have the Dice Tower tray and box with Spiral Staircase Black. You are going to love this when you see the picture. This is by far the best looking dice tower that I've seen. It is a solid black. It has a spiral case that you throw the dice down, it rolls down, it comes out. And it actually is something that, would look great on the shelf alongside the other items. I love the appearance of it more than anything, that it's just a really sharp looking dice tower.
It's definitely the best looking dice tower I've seen. Most of the time it's just a little wood tray with a ramp and just drop it and it rolls down, Giving it a nice feel, that's awesome, especially if you're the dungeon master. It would be, you gotta have that cool factor, and I think that definitely adds to the cool factor.
Hey, that thing looks nice enough to just put on the table and be like, assail the tower.
Yeah.
And then just throw the dice down the tower while they're assailing it. That'd be fun.
Awesome.
And finally, one of my favorite ones on my list is the Critical Hit LED D20. This dice is not nearly as big as this, about maybe half this size, but it is a red LED D20 that, on top of being a nice color, when you roll a nat 20 on it, it actually lights up. And I mean, that's just the ultimate way to rub it in everyone's face. You just drop it.
He rubs it in everybody's face enough as it is. I don't think he needs this. But other gamers probably.
They'll never see it. You wouldn't know there was a light in it the way some of our players roll. Now, if it lit up every time they rolled a 1, the thing's battery would die in like a couple of weeks. Yeah, we talked about the unlucky players, but this is a fun device. One, I mean, also, no way your DM can argue. You throw the dice down, it lights up, there's your 20. And this is a cool thing that I can't see anybody that plays a D20 game would not think was fun to have.
Next is the Steam controller. Now, the Steam controller is a nifty controller for your PC for playing games. Now, the cool thing about it is, and I think it got not as huge of purchasing as it probably should have, because most of us use Xbox controllers. We've had Xbox controllers, and Xbox controllers were around way before the Steam controller. And one of the things I like when I'm thinking about gift ideas is stuff that would be cool, that gets used, but the person probably wouldn't buy it for themselves.
Yeah, that's a good gift when it's something they enjoy, but something that they didn't want to put the money out themselves for.
Because most people already have a controller, and they're like, do I really want to spend, $40 on a controller that doesn't do a lot more than what I already have?
But it's a nice controller, so it's a nice upgrade when you get it.
Yeah, it's a really neat controller. It's actually more programmable than using an Xbox controller. You can actually use it to play some games on Steam that are not controller enabled. You can program it to emulate certain keyboard keys, so it actually gives you that controller feel on some games that it wasn't built to actually do that.
That's good, because sometimes trying to run other programs, but trust me, I'm a controller player, and if it's not made to go with a controller, it is not always a smooth transition. There's some games I still can't get to act right with my controller.
And I mean, also to be honest, look, as a gamer, you have one controller, it never hurts to have a second. Like, there's so many things that could go wrong with a controller, so having a backup controller is always great too. So I don't think any gamer would turn his nose up to another controller.
Well, Xeno here is a mouse user. I'm a controller person.
I am.
So I went out there and I said I got to at least offer something up since he did a controller. And the being used, the Lotus T90 2000 DPI weight turning professional LED optical high precision USB wired gaming mouse. And it has as many buttons to match its name. It's very fancy. We're going to have a picture up there. Is a gaming mouse designed for those people that are tired of gamers complaining about how it's better to have all those buttons right there. The mouse has an actual series of buttons along the side, as well as multiple other buttons allowing you to play this mouse. It has a total of 8 buttons, and basically have all the options that a person with a controller would. When you start getting into programming it with shifting, you can hotkey pretty much almost any amount of keys to it without giving up that advantage of the accuracy a mouse gives.
Yeah, as you saw in the picture, it also has some cool lighting effects.
Oh, this thing is going to get you hyped. Like, this controller looks like it could win the game without you.
Yeah.
If you lose, it's your fault, because the controller is there to play. But that is an awesome mouse, and I have to admit, I'm not a mouse user, but if I was a mouse user, I'm the most interesting man in the world. I don't often use mouses, but when I do, I use BU.
Now this next one I saw, I really like this. Paladon Tetris Light. Basically, it's just a light, and we'll put up a picture here. It's shaped as your Tetris pieces, and you can actually pull it apart and put it back together, and whenever they stack on there, it lights up the piece. So it makes a cool lamp that you can sort of play with and make different shapes and stuff like that. So really cool there.
Next is the Live Scribe 5x5 HREV Live Journal Pro Edition. This is actually a live journal and pen designed to work with Android and smartphone. They have it on Amazon. This product is very interesting because it allows you to scribe into the journal and then actually upload this to your computer and save it. We have a friend that uses a product very similar to this, and he loves it. He does it for gaming. He loves the ability to just jot things down, but then actually have it be something that he can upload on his computer later, or even get it translated into text by Word and so forth, and actually be able to use it. Really popular gift that doesn't even have to be for a gamer. This is a geek gift that almost any geek that doesn't have it would love to have. Cutting edge.
Next, it's Bo Candy International Candy and Snack Box. Now this, you can buy it as a monthly subscription, or you can just do a month or so. But what it does is actually sends a monthly package with various international candies in it. So, you as a gamer, I think that's pretty cool. And of course we're into anime and stuff like that.
At the table for the game session.
Yeah,
and then everybody can try it.
But with it being international candy, I think that's really cool because we see some of this stuff, Easter eggs and games and stuff that mention some things that we don't have in the U.S.
Pocky.
Next, gift cards. One being a Steam gift card. Now, yeah, okay, you make that face, but look, when I get gifts, I want three things. I either want, two things. I want either a gift card to some place that I'm gonna actually shop at or want to go to, or cash.
What was the third thing?
I changed it to two. Said three, then two.
I think there's a third one, but we can't talk about it.
Well,
Because I know I thought of a third. I'm like, I know what I would.
Yeah.
Gift cards, cash. There you go.
but I mean, that's just me, But if you can't find anything else you think your gamer's gonna love, get him a gift card. Whether it be if he's a PC gamer, Steam gift card will work every time. I mean, they're always having cool sales, and all the latest games tend to hit Steam if you game on PC. And otherwise, Amazon. Amazon has all your console games easily accessed, tabletop stuff if they're tabletop accessories.
That's a whole collection.
Yeah, you can buy computer parts. I mean, you can pretty much get anything a gamer wants. You can almost get on Amazon. So in between those two, either a Steam or an Amazon gift card, you're golden. But that's my top 10. So tell us what you think. Like I said, we'll have links to all of this in the description, as well as links to our website, our Facebook and stuff if you want to check us out there. Don't forget, if you like us, please subscribe. And thanks for watching.
Remember to subscribe if you like the video, or if you don't, just subscribe. Do what I say. Subscribe and like.